Active voice. Avoiding overuse of passive voice in informal writing. Hello, learners. In today's video, we'll discuss a very crucial aspect of informal writing in English, specifically the use of the active voice. We'll also highlight some common mistakes involving the overuse of passive voice in informal writing and how to avoid them. Before we jump into our main topic, let's quickly recap the difference between active and passive voice. In the active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action. For example, John ate the apple. In contrast, the passive voice places the action onto the subject. The same sentence in passive would be, the apple was eaten by John. While both are grammatically correct, the active voice tends to be more direct, dynamic, and easier to read. Informal writing, such as personal emails, social media posts, or casual blogs, typically favors the active voice. This is because the active voice is direct, clear, and conversational. It often sounds more natural and spontaneous, much like our everyday speech. On the other hand, the passive voice can often sound more formal, distant, and potentially confusing. A common mistake many learners make is overusing the passive voice in informal writing. This can make your writing sound overly formal or convoluted, which isn't ideal for a casual context. For example, instead of writing, "Your message was received and appreciated," which is in passive voice, a more natural way to express the same sentiment informally would be, "I got your message and appreciate it." Here are a few tips to help you minimize the use of passive voice in your informal writing. 1. Identify the verb. If you can identify the verb in your sentence, you can generally figure out whether you're using active or passive voice. 2. Make sure the subject is doing the action. Rearrange your sentence so that the subject is the one doing the action. 3. Use by as a clue. If your sentence includes by, it might be a hint that you're using the passive voice. Remember, the passive voice isn't inherently bad or incorrect, but when it comes to informal writing, the active voice often serves you better. And that's it for today's lesson, everyone. Hopefully, this video has clarified the difference between active and passive voice, why we prefer active voice in informal writing, and how to avoid overusing passive voice. Keep practicing, and soon it will become second nature. Remember, the key to mastering any language is consistent practice and engagement. Until next time, happy writing!